Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Akaman101 and welcome to First Look. And we haven't come up with a name for it yet, so it's called First Look for now, and right now we're looking at the mighty quest for epic loot by the guys over at Ubisoft. That is correct, and we'll be seeing what the payment model and everything like that is for the in-game currency and all that good stuff, as well as see what the game is all about. So, what is the game all about? That is a good question. Well, it's kind of two games in one. In one case, you are assaulting other castles. In another case, you are defending your own castle by putting nice little monsters in there, kind of Dungeon Keeper-esque, minus the mining out the walls and having to move around your little goblin dudes so they can do their stuff. Right, so let's go take a look at our castle first. This will also allow us to talk about the pay-to-win model. Actually, before we do that, let's just take a look at the options menu, because I know some people really enjoy taking a look at something like this so they can know if it will run on your machine. The game isn't really that heavy on your system, and there is, of course, plenty of options that you guys can use to adjust the game to your system specs and make it run beautifully. The game also will run up to 130 frames per second. Don't know why it's 130 for max foreground, but hey, if it's above 120, then it can pretty much cover everyone's monitor, which is fantastic. So if you have 120 hertz monitor, that's great. Also, I would like to point out that the rendering scale itself, don't put this above 1, because not even like the best machines in the world can handle this right now. I don't think it's properly optimized. A lot of the game doesn't feel like it's properly optimized. There's really weird situations where the game will just crash under its own frame rate. So I don't know why this is happening, but it could just be me, but I think it's been happening to other people as well. And I've been able to repeat the process quite frequently in some of the challenge runs, and we'll be talking about those very, very shortly as to what challenge runs are. There's also, under sound, the ability to turn on and off music, as well as the sound effects, and you can turn your volume from 100 to 0, which is actually pretty nice to have in a game, because for people like me, we love to edit audio because we make videos on the internet. Alright, that's pretty much it for the options menu, and let's get back into the game. So, as you can see, this is my beautiful castle. I built it myself. It's basically just one giant-ass hallway. Yep, this is a giant-ass hallway of lots and lots and lots of monsters, and it's not very good because someone just looted it, and I feel really bad about it. But I have another 5 hours and 47 minutes before someone can loot it again. That's right, this is a very competitive game. You can fight NPC castles, or you can fight player castles, and of course the player castles will give you more loots when you go and fight them. And in that, you can get things such as crowns, which I think are just purely for the leaderboards, and you can also get things like life crystals and gold, both very valuable resources, both extremely good. So you want to get both of those as much as possible, as much as you can. And to do so, you have two ways of doing it. Here's the first way. The first way is to kill adventurers that are breaking into your castle. Yes, you have to kill all of them, or they'll steal your stuff. Unless you're in lockdown mode, and then they can't steal your treasure, which is over here. Our lovely treasure and our castle heart. As long as they can't get here in time, there's a time limit as well, and you'll see that in a moment. As long as they don't get there in time, or if someone's already looted your castle once, your castle will be in lockdown mode, and they won't be able to grab anything at all, which is fantastic. We have various different things that we are able to create under, such as the architect's office. We can even buy new rooms, so we can design our castle in various different ways by buying certain pieces and... Oops, my bad there. I haven't gotten the controls down, apparently. Oopsie daisies. Alright, let's go take a look at this again. Go back to construction. My hands were on the keyboard properly. That would explain everything. So you can see, you can rotate the piece around, you can stick them on the sides and stuff like that, but we're at our limit. We have 5 out of 5 room counts. You can make very intricate and confusing mazes, which will stop people from being able to loot your castle in time. I'm a big baby when it comes to that, so I decided to make one massive-ass hallway. And there's these little springs here, and I can actually show you my castle. I can assault my own castle and see just how effective this is. It's not very, but if you're stupid and you do something like this, you'll get sprung like that and aggro these guys. This guy will pull you over. And I'm trying to set it up so this will also spring and loot these guys, and you just be like, well, this is great, I just pulled like half the dudes. But chances are this isn't going to happen. This is only for like the random super accidental cases. Like if you hit this one, you'll also most likely not get spotted, apparently. That's like the perfect border. It's really hard to set these up in perfect scenarios. But as you can see, I got murdered by my own dudes, and they know how it is. They know how to kill me, because they're fantastic and I'm awful. So this is how that is. You can also upgrade your units as well. You can go into research here. You can actually pay life crystals, which are of course in-game currency. Blings, on the other hand, are not the in-game currency. Those are actually paid for with cash, or you earn them through various objectives and quests, which I'll show you guys those in a moment. You can also buy traps. Traps are not considered monsters, but they do have a radius as to how far away they can be from the trap. You see these little dotted lines here. These dotted lines indicate where you can't put your other stuff. Meaning you can't just have a billion gazillion traps in your maze and things like that, because that just wouldn't be fair for other players. However, the NPC castles hack the game hardcore and make it so you have like traps like left and right, and you just hate the game for it. These ones are pretty cool. These are like little teeth traps and stuff like that. If you can get them in a really tight corridor, you could probably get a little bit of damage onto your opponent as he's traveling. It's always cool to get like really tight corridors and stuff like that, but it seems right now all I can get for corridors are these little tiny hallways, but they can get smaller than that as you upgrade your castle heart, which usually costs $1 billion kajillion. So as you can see here at the bottom of the screen, I can pay 24,000 gold to start the upgrade, and it will take 12 real-life hours, not in-game hours, but real-life hours for this to happen. And this is where the bling model comes in. So basically, if you want this to be done right now, you can pay your blings right here. Once you've paid the 24,000 gold, you can't actually bypass that. That's great. I love that. But once you get that, then you have to wait the 12 hours, or you can pay a certain amount of blings to be able to get it right away. For 12 hours, that sounds like it'd be like $5 to actually instantly do that. And some people probably would do that. I don't know who would, but someone might. They have like extra money lying around and was like, well, I don't like waiting. I don't want to sleep. I'm just gonna get it right now. And you know what? Hey, more power to you. That's definitely not pay to win to just let it happen, because it's not really a big deal. As you can see, my castle's locked down, so someone's probably going to loot the castle twice if I just ignore my castle before it upgrades, but it's not actually a big deal in any way, shape, or form. And also, you can put monsters into your castle. You can summon them like so, and you can just pay your life crystals to do this as well. Price your soul, everything like that. You can get like a Pteroraptor Overlord, who's pretty cool. Now, the problem is, I don't know if this is fully pay to win, but it's kind of getting close. So as you can see, it costs 6,900 life crystals, and I only have 4,000 almost. If I click buy, it'll ask me, do you want to pay $3.60 to be able to summon the Pteroraptor Overlord? And then I just go, who would pay that? Who would pay that? If you pay the $3.60, cool, man, but you could probably get all that stuff done. You get all the crystals that you need for this thing in about an hour by just looting other people's castles. So it's not pay to win because people can still get that easily. But I think it's the same thing as upgrading your life crystal. I think it's around the same lines, where it's just you're just saving yourself time. You're saving yourself have to do the grind and things like that. So I don't think it's actually that big of a deal. And in the end, also, you get these mines here, which you can just create per level. So per level of your castle heart, as you can see, I have level 3 castle heart, which means I can have 3 of each of these mines. I have 3 gold mines and I have 3 life crystal mines, and then you can just gather stuff that is slowly accumulating over time. So basically, you could just AFK this game for a very long time and get a decent amount of money. However, the mines do have a limit as to how much they hold. Also, if your castle is amazing, then people will break into the castle, die, and you'll take their money, or $125 per kill, which is also pretty awesome. So, you can kind of AFK the game a bit and get some money in the meantime. So the waiting aspect doesn't feel as bad. And if you just really don't want to wait for getting money, then you have another option, which I think is probably the coolest aspect of the game, next to being able to build your own castle and stuff like that. So let's go to attack. We're currently in defend, let's go to attack. So, there's two different modes, like I said, in the Mighty Quest for epic loot. And this is the second half. You choose a castle to invade. The blue ones are NPCs, or sorry, the blue ones are other players and the green ones are NPCs. And the NPC ones are generally much easier than any of these blue ones. These blue ones are complete jerk faces and they are very difficult to kill. And I just have learned that all other players are OP compared to me because I'm awful. Alright, so first we'll show you a really easy, well not easy, but one of these cool ones here. Let's see. Well, our goal is to go kill Dur, but I don't actually have a high enough level character really to fight that. I mean, I could go in there right now, but I'll die horribly. It's just going to be evisceration, and that's why we're going to go fight that one right now. So, you can go right ahead and fight some stuff, make some money, and each monster you kill, they will drop loots. You don't actually have to complete the castle to get money, because monsters drop money for you. And as I can see, look, remember when I told you guys that you can't actually put things these close? Well, you can do that in NPC castles apparently, so that's not fair. But it's just to give the game a little bit more of a challenge to the people that want to just do some of the NPC castles while they're trying to make some money. Now, just keep in mind that these NPC castles will not make you as much money as fighting another player, because other players will have lots of loot sometimes, and you can take all their money, and they will feel really bad about it. But then their castle will lock up, and they'll be okay, because then they can just go get all that stuff back by looting other people's castles, or even cast revenge on your own. But this is the other aspect of the game. I really do dig it. It's a fully isometric style of Diablo-esque kind of game. Now, doesn't feel as in-depth. There is plenty of things you can do inside of this version of it, where you can choose like different abilities. As you can see, I have my fiery weapon, my flame coat, my charge, and my stunning blow, as well as I get minor health potions. I also have better health potions than that. But the game is being a jerk and is only giving me my minor health potions because I forgot to sell those old ones, but oh well. I'll just have to settle with not having that much health potions. That's gonna be great. Or that much health increase from those potions. So there's various different monsters you'll be fighting within these dungeons. The NPC ones generally have the exact same ones that you'll be fighting other things. Oh, I'm already dead. That's fantastic. Alright, let's escape this castle. As you can see, I can also heal myself for 250 gold. You don't have to pay blings for that. Or you can just start the castle over for free. And you can rate the castle as well if you die in it horribly. But yes, there's multiple different abilities you can pick. Let's go to our skills real quick. I'm only playing as the warrior guy, dude. The top right of the screen, there's also the archer, and there's the mage. The mage is only available to the people that have decided to buy the $30 package to get into the closed beta. But when the game goes free to play, then everyone will be able to use all three of the characters that are available, that aren't currently available in the beta, unless you pay actual real money to get into it. However, if you do pay to get into the beta, you get free blings. You get like twice as much blings as you normally do, so they're kind of compensating for that, but the thing is, you'll be spending your blings in the beta, and I have no idea if your blings will reset, if you'll get your blings back, if you've spent anything. Because, you know, beta is beta, and things reset sometimes. Sometimes, like, they just delete all the save files, or they reset the game. Trust me, with Payday 2, my file has reset multiple times. So, but luckily, you don't have to actually pay real money for that, so you're not losing anything. But anyway, yes, you can choose what abilities you have. There's things like Charge, Fire Weapon, Lashing Flames, which actually does the Scorpion Get Over Here ability. We have combat techniques like Jab, Punt, Stunning Blow, Healing Strike, Dragon's Fire, Smite, Flame Coat, Fire Slash, King Dragon Slash. Lots of really fantastic stuff that you can use for your character, and they all level up over time as you level your character. There's also a region map as well. There's things like the friend zone, so I could go fight my friend's little area here. This is the random guy that actually invited me to his friends list because he was being nice. I only have one friend, but really everyone knows I have no friends. But you can actually set up different kinds of challenges and things like that with your friends. Like create a challenge. You can say, I bet 100 gold. or all my life, that I can beat my own castle faster than you. And then you have 1 hour to prove me wrong, and if he doesn't do it in 1 hour, then I will get his money. Now, the question is, what would happen if I just decided to go like $1,500 and the guy never actually even saw this, right? Because then that would be pretty bad, right? I don't know how these challenges work, so I haven't actually done one yet, but it does sound very interesting to set up challenges with your friends. And as you can see, it goes all the way up to from 1 to 999, so you'll always see all of your friends' castles whenever they are here, and you'll have lots of fun. And then there's competitions as well, so you can do competitions, which are time attack missions. Now, I was trying the chicken HQ, and the top time is 24 minutes and 40 seconds, and I'm like, I can beat that, no problem. Or no, I think it was Bad Kennel was the one. And I was like, oh, I can totally destroy that one. That's not a big deal. Well, I ran through it, and at the very end, where I have to kill everything, because I pulled every monster in the mission, right at the end, I'll use an ability to kill all of them, but there's so much effects going on screen that the game actually goes to 0 frames per second and crashes, so I can't show you guys these, because right now the game's not properly optimized and won't actually run on my computer even on the lowest settings, which is really, really weird. Alright, so let's go murder someone on the lower end of things. If I lose, then it's a complete embarrassment to me, so it's going to be fantastic to record on video. These are tons more castles, of course, and they all go all the way down to a level 5 castle, which is the very beginning of the game. Let's see if we can get one of these tougher ones. Let's see, if I lose everything. I lose my soul. Alright, that's fine. Let's do it. I don't care. If we lose all my souls. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna lose my dark soul. No! Alright, so this is a player-made castle. This is completely made by a player, not by anyone else. It's all player-driven, which is actually really, really cool. These Shieldtrons are complete douchebags, though, and they actually stop you from doing damage to one unit sometimes, or you can program them to do different kinds of things. These different kinds of things are like increase defense to all allies, or block all incoming damage for a short period of time. Crazy stuff like that, which is pretty darn cool. They are a very valuable and useful unit, and oh my god, I almost missed that, or I almost got hit by that. Wow. Archers are super dangerous. You can also give them those different kinds of rule sets as well, like snipe your opponent, things like that. On the top right of the screen, if you see this little ticker going down, it's when the yellow becomes all gray, then it'll be game over, and everyone will be sad. So hopefully I can get through this guy's mission here. And these are really, really tough missions. I'm wearing like full-on level 12 gear, and I'm still getting my butt kicked because for some reason I'm awful. And I can't really fathom how some people can be so good at the game and, you know, defeat like level 12 castles and stuff like that. I just don't know how it happens because it's actually really, really hard. So you just have to be a god among us and defeat everyone as best as possible. As for the combat, it does feel very visceral. It's not as amazing looking as, you know, say Diablo 3 or Torchlight 2. I would have to say Torchlight 2 is by far way stronger in this term of gameplay. But the fact that you're fighting other players and you're stealing money from other players is really what makes the game stand out amongst other games like Torchlight, like Diablo 2 and 3 and all that good stuff. And there we go, defeat his castle, and I'll actually be able to steal some of his loot. I don't think I get as much as I normally would, but hey, whatever, I get to murder this guy's castle, and he's going to feel really bad about it. There we go, that's actually a decent amount of stuff, and there we go. I can also raid his castle. It's like, good castle there, mate. Yay, happy face, and everyone is angry at me. So there you have it, there is the mighty quest for epic loot. Oh wait, no. I'm not done yet, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not done yet. Despite all the awesome things I have said for the game, I completely forgot to mention the one huge bugbear about it. There's two of them, actually, so there's not even one. There's two ones. Yes. 1 + 1 = 2, correct? Right? Okay. First one. And it's so bad. This is like the worst thing ever, and I can't believe I almost forgot to mention it. The lag. It's like a slow-moving blight. Not even talking about Dragon Age. It comes in, it smacks your game, and then your game is done. Because basically the lag slowly creeps up on you until you don't know how much health you have left anymore. You're fighting stuff and you lose all of your health. And you don't even realize it. This will look like it's full and it'll be gone, and you're dead for no apparent reason. There's tons of problems with lag with this game, and it literally gets to the point after about an hour of play where you cannot play it anymore. Which is bad. It needs to be fixed. I know it's in beta, but it needs to be fixed as soon as possible. Also, the loot sucks. The loot's like probably the worst thing in this game, actually. I forgot to mention there's a blacksmith, and you build items in the game, but the fact that you build items in the game kind of sucks because I just earn money and I buy these. I don't need materials or anything like that because the game's lazy. Everything here, literally everything here, is me that created it. I created all of these. Everything down here is stuff that I've looted and all sucks. This is the only thing I actually got was a legendary item for my mage, which I don't have access to. That's it. All the legendary items are horrible. I've gotten a few legendary items. Some of them I just sold because they were worth more than what they actually did. And yeah, the loot sucks. The loot is probably the worst thing about the game. And if your game is called The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, and your loot is basically just you making your own loot, then it sucks because it's not fun. It's instead The Mighty Quest for Gold. So yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to say that, but I had to say it, ladies and gentlemen, because I had to. Because if I didn't, then there'd be a lot of comments being like, yeah, you forgot to mention the loot part. Yeah, they gotta fix that. They gotta make it so the loot is better, or just completely remove the blacksmith. I mean, if they did that, probably would be a little bit more interesting, but then they'd have to do a lot of balancing things, and all of that. But I haven't found any good loot. Like, I literally cannot find any good loot at all. So that's just a huge problem. The lag and the loot. They gotta fix both of that. The two L's, the two bugbears of this game currently right now. But other than that, they got the combat down, they got the castle building down, they got the pay-to-play, or not the pay-to-play, but the money that you use to buy things. That's pretty much all fixed and good to go. There's nothing really pay-to-play about the game just yet. And I hope it stays that way. So if that's basically everything, I hope they just fix the lag, and I hope they just fix the loot, and then this game will be fantastic. So, for more on the game, be sure to stay right here on TGN. I'm Ackerman101, and I'll see you guys next time.